All right, shalom, shalom. First thing I want to do is give all praise and honor and glory to Yahawah and Yahawashi. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to you brothers pushing His word with true sincerity and with charity. I'm going to call this You Care Too Much, or Learn Not to Care So Much. All right. Now, this is inspired by me in a conversation that me and a brother that, we was talking. And, he said, from the outside looking in, sometimes someone on the outside, all right, especially the prophets, all right, get a bit better visual of a situation that you're dealing with, all right, and an outside perspective on how you handling certain situations, all right, which, I've been hearing it, like from Elder Saint Benji, but, this brother, the bro Menaki, man, he looked at me and he was like, man, bro, you care too much. You over care. All right? You let stuff bother you too much. And, just not pondering on my car ride to work. He's 100% right. Becoming that new creature, all right, takes really everything that you used to do and how you used to be. You really got to become something new, because when you overcare, you can either stress yourself out or, put yourself in situations to where people abusing you for your kindness or your generosity, or you got to learn not to care so fucking much. And then, and like the scriptures say, cast your cares upon Him, right? So, now this is something, I thought I was doing better. But he was like, nah, bro, you still got some things, you need to work on, bro. Like, you let shit bother you. Ain't doing nothing but hurting yourself. And I know I am, you know what I mean? You deal the tension headaches, all right? That's the muscle spasms and different things of that nature. A lot of them sicknesses come from being stressed out, them weak and feeble knees. Being stressed, all right, and depressed make you weak. It's a scripture in Sirach that the Elder Saint Benji like to give me a lot on that subject. It say, in all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths. Hey, look, it's best to, like the church, like we was talking about. I said, man, let go and let God. He like, yeah, the church folks do say that, don't they? I said, yeah, but the scripture said first. And he was like, Con, you know what I'm saying? Because really, in this truth, all right, when you got children and the woman is not letting you see your children, all right, and it's causing you all this stress and this drama, the best thing you can do is just leave that shit alone. All right? Leave it alone. All right? Let it go. If she don't want to let you be a father, hey, look, whatever, fuck it. Fuck them kids. All right? You're going to have new kids in the kingdom. All right? Hey, what the scriptures say? They who have forsaken houses, lands, all right, for my name's sake, all right, children, mothers, wives, for Yahawah and Yahawashi's name's sake, shall receive 100-fold. All right, 100-fold. That means we gonna have more kids in the kingdom. All right, which is here on earth. All right, when the Lord all right, dispense those new bodies, man, and Yahawashi kingdom is established on earth. We gonna get more wives. All right. We gonna get a peace. All right. You know, you have peace in your mind. We gonna have a mind that'll never go off, or wicked thoughts will never enter it. All right. We won't have to deal with that shit no more. But right now, all right, we gotta go through the process. You know, we gotta go through the process. You know, so with that being is changing. You know, like right now, you know, I get these headaches that go across the band of my head, and now, you know, I've becoming, I've became accustomed to having them. All right, but you shouldn't stress. All right, don't get me wrong. You have your daily shit. All right, but you should never get accustomed. All right, to self affliction. All right, harming yourself. That shouldn't be a custom thing. All right, you got to get used to, you know, because some things we dealing with, you know, it's self-inflicted. You taking the blade on yourself. We take the blade on ourselves sometimes. All right, we know we need to lose weight, but yet we keep eating this shit. All right, we know we need to, you know, God damn it, be more diligent, but you go out more. You still going out and hanging out more instead of being diligent. All right. You know you need to do certain things and be more responsible and things like that. But you play the game more. You sitting around more. You ain't time management. You know. So then when Yahawah and Yahawashi he pull out that belt on our ass. He pull out that belt on our ass. All right, which it don't feel good, but that ass whooping, all right, is necessary because, all right, when we had the opportunity to take care of it and get it in check and get it in order, all right, we don't take the time sometimes to take care of it. That's why the scriptures say putting that off from day to day, all right. A day passed. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do this sit down tomorrow. I'm going to do this sit down tomorrow. And next thing you know, a whole month then went past and you ain't did a sit down because you putting it off. All right? You're not making a necessary thing that you need to accomplish. Putting it off. Every day you putting it off. All right? You know? But don't get me wrong. I do it. But that's a bad habit that while we got time, hey, look, Yahawah and Yahawashi jack you up for it. All right? You thinking your life not going smooth, your life, you know, shit, you know, like the scriptures say, when the ways of a man please the Lord, he even make his enemies be at peace with him. By stagnating and being lazy and putting it off, all right, your enemies, like you'll have problems at work. You have more problems with your woman. You have problems out of your kids. All right. Everywhere you look around, it's just frustration. That's the Lord trying to spiritually tell you, like, nigga, you need to correct this shit. All right. But some brothers, some niggas, I'm gonna call them niggas because they get put out. All right. For not being diligent and not taking heed. All right. When Yahawah and Yahawashi is sending those messages. All right, because you so in your flesh, you can't see, all right, when Yahawah and Yahawashi is trying to tell you something. I like the scriptures say, the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, but man perceiveth not. All right. Hey, look, I had a dream last night that scared the fuck out of me, right? I was sitting down talking to a woman in a dream, all right, and I had that woe is me, and I was really complaining. It's like I was really talking to her. I was like, we ain't got no place, we ain't got no home, we ain't got this, we ain't got that. I ain't got no home to go to, woo this. So she looked at me and said, oh, yeah? So you gonna die then. So I'ma just go on since you so sad. You just gonna come on home then. I say, and I looked at her like, hold on, I don't want to die. She's like, no, you complaining, you know, it's rough for you. You ain't got no whitey bam. Hey, look, because we can look at the bad things so much and be so down, but not really understanding we're in the best position that we can ever be. There's no need to be depressed. Like the scriptures say, rejoice and be glad. All right? We should be happy. We should be ecstatic. We should be full of joy. Yeah, this shit don't feel good. You're going to have moments where you get angry. You're going to have moments you get upset. But it shouldn't overtake you to where, you know, it's so much fucked up. Where you looking at all the bad instead of paying attention to all the good. Because if you calling on Yahawah and Yahawashi, you doing your best. You trying to put your best foot forward. You women are doing the best to your husbands and everything. And you doing the best you can. God damn it. Hey, look, man. You doing the best you can. Don't let Satan come in there and sow seeds of sorrow. And then you be sitting there boo-hooing. And because you can sorrow your way out the truth too. You can sad your way out the truth too. You can woe is me out your way out the truth too. I've seen it. All right, brother feel like he didn't deserve it. He was unworthy because he let his sins weigh him down. And now he don't come around no more because he just feel like he's just so unworthy. Nigga, we all feel like that. All right? But the point is, look, sorry, Salak Yahawah Shemam, I'm trying to do better. Have mercy on me. Look, I want to get saved. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm gonna try to become that new creature. And then and you show your action, how you feel with your actions, all right, by doing the right thing. All right, so with that, I just hope it was edifying. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahawah.
I am ready to serve God, my Lord.
Salutations, you brothers, pushing this word with truth, sincerity, with charity. Shalom and a Bible ball.